Hello students. So I hope there are no doubts in exercise 1. So I am going to start the very important topic of this chapter, which are periodic properties. Okay, periodic properties are the properties which show the trends or variation down the group and across the period with the regular gradation. Okay, so there are 6 periodic properties given in your chapter. The first is atomic size, then metallic character, then non-metallic character, ionization potential, or you can also call it ionization energy, then electron affinity and electronegativity. We will go through all these 6 properties one by one. So first I am going to start with atomic size. What do you mean by atomic size? Atomic size is distance between the center of the nucleus and the valence shell. Center to valence shell, ये जो distance है, that forms the atomic size of an atom. Atomic size can be measured in 2 units, either angstrom or picometer. Angstrom, it can be written as capital A with this dot over, and 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meters, whereas 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 meters. So obviously atoms are invisible, they are very small in size, so these 2 units are used to show the atomic size of an atom. So actually whenever we are explaining the periodic properties, we have to explain in 2 parts. First part, we have to explain the factors on which that periodic property depends. Almost the same factors are responsible for all the properties, and in the next part we have to explain the trend of periodic property down the group or across the period. So coming to the factors on which this periodic property depends. Okay, atomic size depends upon 2 factors: number of shells and nuclear charge. Okay, so what do you mean by number of shells, or how it decides the size of the atom? Very simple, I have already explained. More the number of shells, more will be the atomic size. Okay, now more the shells, more will be the atomic size. And what do you mean by nuclear charge? Nuclear charge is the positive protons which are present inside the nucleus, and they are giving the force of attraction for the negatively charged electrons which are revolving in the valence shell. Okay, so nuclear pull or the nuclear charge is nothing, just the number of protons which are giving the force of attraction, or which are attracting the negative electrons which are revolving in the valence shell. So more the nuclear charge, or you can say more the number of protons, will give more effective nuclear charge, and they will attract the electrons more strongly, and the atomic size contract. Okay, for example, this is the last shell. If nucleus is giving more nuclear pull, more force of attraction is given from the central nucleus, then the valence shell will automatically contract, because that force of attraction will bring the electrons which are revolving in the valence shell more closer to the nucleus. So more the nuclear charge, smaller will be the atomic size. Now coming to the trends in atomic size, these 2 trends down the group across the period, I think I have already explained very clearly in the previous video. Just I am revising again, no explanation. You know, down the group atomic size increases due to increase in number of shells, and across the period atomic size decreases. Why? Due to increase in the nuclear pull, but as there is no additional shell to overcome that force of attraction, so atomic size decreases up to group 17, that is fluorine. I have given one example of period 2. So atomic size keep on decreasing on moving across the period, but only up to group 17 elements. So you can say in a particular period, the first element, the alkali metal, or the first element, first group element will be the larger in size, and 17 group elements will be smaller in size. Now coming to explanation for the size of noble gases. Whenever we are explaining the trend across the period, size of atomic size across the period, every time you have to explain the decreasing tendency up to halogens. Noble gases, they have their complete valence shell. Okay, so if they will be showing any any effect for the force of attraction, then they have to come closer to the nucleus. If they will come closer, the maximum electrons which are filled in the valence shell, they will also come close and they will start experiencing electronic repulsion. Is it clear? Because noble gases have full valence shell, that's why they have maximum number of electrons in their valence shell. So if they try to come close, if they try to contract due to the nuclear pull, they will have another issue of electronic repulsion. That's why their electrons or their valence shell keep on just remain expanded to keep all the electrons, the 8 electrons which are present in the valence shell of noble gases, to a maximum distance to overcome the force of attraction. Okay, one student asked me, ma'am, why there is a big difference between the size of halogen and the noble gases? Because just halogens have 7 electrons and noble gases have 8 electrons, then there should not be much difference in their size. So for that I will explain you in the way that noble gases are at most stable condition, and they don't want to come in any situation in which they become unstable. Already they are having their valence shell complete, so they don't want to come in any situation in which they become unstable. तो अगर वो उनके अंदर कोई भी ऐसी टेंडेंसी नहीं होती है कि वो किसी भी फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन को रेस्पॉन्स करें, बिकॉज दे नो अगर वो उसको रेस्पॉन्स करेंगे तो वो मोस्ट स्टेबल कंडीशन से अनस्टेबल कंडीशन में चले जाएंगे. But this is not the situation in halogens. Halogens, they have 7 electrons. 7 electrons, ठीक है, 8 और 7 में ज़्यादा difference नहीं है. But one more factor is there that they have shortage of 1 electron. That's why they are highly reactive non-metals. वो highly reactive state पर हैं, तो उनको तो 1 electron readily gain करना ही है just to become stable. Okay, so they are having more smaller size, और smaller size उनका छोटा होता है, इसी वजह से उनका nuclear pull ज़्यादा होगा, so that they can easily gain electron and become stable like noble gases. But noble gases have no such condition present in themselves. They are already stable, they have their complete valence shell. That's why the valence shell remain ineffective of the nuclear pull.